Well, I can't wait to, I'll introduce myself. I'm Kelly Bigger, and I'm beaming in today from Cleveland, Ohio in the United States. And I work for something called the Young Entrepreneur Institute, where we try to spread the mindset to kids in grades K through 12. So delighted to be here with you today, and can't wait to hear your presentation. If you would be so kind as to give us your name, where you're from, and so look forward to hearing all of what you're going to tell us about. Do you need to share your screen? You may do that if you need to.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. I would like to share my screen with you.
Yes, feel free.
Okay. All right, thank you. My name is, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So I will like to share a little bit about what we're doing, who I am. My name is Idrissa Paul Bangura, as you can see on the screen. You're seeing it there, right? No. You seeing it on the screen, please?
I can see you, but I can't see your share yet.
Okay, just a sec. Let me go to share.
Yeah, do you see the share screen button at the bottom of your screen?
Yeah, share. Okay.
Oh, it looks like it's coming in.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I think you're seeing it, right?
I may see it. Yes, thank you so much.
Okay. All right, my name is Idrissa Paul Bangura. I'm representing Sierra Leone and Liberia from West Africa. I'm glad to be here today to talk about child education solution. The reason for the child education solution is because education is the key to unlocking the world. And in my past, I'm a young person that grew up in Sierra Leone, and I lost my parents. Before the war, I lost my mother from a minor sickness that took her to the hospital. And was struggling with the other siblings. One of them passed off. My father also, who could not make it because of elephantiasis. There's a sickness that is called elephantiasis that grabbed his feet. He couldn't make it to even walk a distance, and he was a blacksmith. And thereafter, he died. So we are two left. And my sister couldn't make it because she wanted to really would have become a medical doctor. And because of funding, because of finance, she couldn't make it, and she dropped out of school. And I have to manage working for people and going fetching wood and hacking around the streets to get food and sustain ourselves. And I was able to make it to go through education. I entered Frobe College as a young guy, and I, trekked throughout the city to get a school. And 2013, I had to, drop out of university because of tuition fees, and I moved to Liberia. When I moved to Liberia, also the same struggle continues. No one to help, nobody to really see the efforts of what we want to do. Nobody cares, but I still kept on doing what I do. And then I started volunteering and giving my services to young schools, government schools, and then also began to bring kids together to teach them. And why am I talking about education today is because when I look around the whole city, the entire village where I came from and where I am, I realized that education is the only key. Even when you have a parent, you don't have a parent, but education actually can change and transform our lives, and I'm experienced. So I'll be speaking to you on during the COVID-19 2020, there was a lockdown, but thank God it was not a lockup. I got a philosophy that the lockdown was to keep me posted, to keep me focused, to re-energize me, to bring me to the light of realizing myself and my potential. And in 2020, I began having kids from the community and put them in a math building, and I started teaching them. And that is how I created the Poor Care Development Initiative. Now, this is a cross-section of the school. This Link Leadership Academy was created during the COVID-19. This was created actually to creating a sustainable community solution, a solution whereby the kids that I have been were orphans, marginalized, and vulnerable children who cannot afford even to pay for private school or enter into public school because of bribes and other means of funding, who are living with parents that are 4 or 5 siblings. They could not afford to go to school. So I decided to create this initiative to get them a free quality education. Now we have, most of them are girls, but this free quality education has been provided since 2020, 2021, and up to now. And we have a philosophy of developing new leaders. I believe that as new leaders or as leaders, we can become we can transform our community, we can transform our nation, and young persons can be built into becoming a leader that will affect the globe. Now, since I started this initiative, it has been very much beautiful, but a steady enrollment has been this. The early childhood division, which I've been dealing with, has been 115 students. That means from 2021 to 2023, we have been having a steady enrollment of this. Because the reason why 115, it would have become more greater than this, but there is no capacity. The capacity we have is very much limited, and that is why we still contain this number that we have. We have the lower elementary, which is the grade 1, 2, and 3. We have up to 65 students right there in the school. That is whether, you know, there is rain, whether there is sun, whether kids come today, kids does, you know, we have absence or lateness. These are the number that comes in. We also have the upper elementary, which is 45. And this year, probably by September, I'm expecting to have enrollment coming soon for the junior high. Now, in the school, because there are a lot of kids that also come to school are vulnerable to, you know, health hazard. They are vulnerable to, they don't have access to recess. They don't have access to food. They don't have anything coming home with or going back home. And some of their parents are not really doing well in terms of job. They are not employed. Some kids actually do not even have anything to get at the end of the day. So even after school, I realized that many kids could go back to the streets and start selling. So we try to create also a school feeding program. This school feeding program has helped us to retain students in the school. It has also increased more of the enrollment. It has given them, you know, a strategic benefit of them being in the school, whereby the grading system have improved. The learning environment has been very much conducive with them. And then the physical exercise has been enhanced, and there have been improved food insecurity. What I mean about that is when we give them food, sometimes they take it home. And when they take this food home, it also helps their other siblings to get this food. And that has been also helping even their home to have their daily food. Now, this is what we're doing. This is the biggest project. And it is still up to now, we are still looking up to having school supplies, because many of them are coming to school without books, without bags, without uniform, and they are still creeping out, some of them even with bare feet. And then the furniture is, you know, a little bit down, and we are expecting to upgrade that. And because of the number of increase of children that are coming out, and even those that have dropped out of school and those that have not been to school, those girls that have been pregnant and stuck on the way, we still have opportunity for them to get them back to school. That is where we want to construct another 6 classroom building. The next project that I'm into is the ECOWAS Reading Championship. This is the reading program. I realized that most of our children, and even myself, we have not been reading. Even there have been no access of reading materials or no libraries or digital equipment, because the world is going global and digital. And therefore, there has been a lack of reading in our community. Hundreds of kids go to school, they can't read. Even if they read, they don't really have the access also to get materials to read. So we launched out the reading competition. This reading competition has attracted not only Liberia and Sierra Leone, but other African countries. And we have started in Liberia, and we are moving forward. Now, what has it done? We have participating countries in West Africa, like Ghana. We have 8 schools that have been participating with 60 students. In Guinea, we have up to 10 schools with 15 students that participated since last year, December till now. And the Ivory Coast, which is the Côte d'Ivoire, they have 5 schools and 10 students. In Liberia, we have 15 schools and 32 students. And in Sierra Leone, we have 16 schools and 31 students. This is the ECOWAS Reading Championship. We want to promote English and French, because I lost opportunity of going to France because of English and because of French. I couldn't speak the French. So the kids here do not have access to French teachers or French materials or all of those things. So therefore, we are encouraging them to go into French. And in May of this year, we are going to have them come from Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone to meet in Liberia to have the competition at the Peaceville City Hall. and then 23 participants will be participating. We're going to reward them because reading is also an effort, it's an energy release, and we're going to reward them. We're going to give them prizes and awards, and we're going to help them to get back to school. Some of them, we're going to support them financially so that they take reading as a priority in learning. And then why we want to do this? At the end of the day, we want to also construct schools in Sierra Leone where there are vulnerable kids and marginalized children, renovate up to 5 libraries, and then also expand the reading program in West Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad to be here. This is Paul Care Development Initiative. It's a registered organization in Liberia, and we have a lot of programs that we have done. But for this presentation, this is what I have for you today. Thank you very much.
Wow, and it's amazing what you have done. I can't believe it. I have a lot of different questions for you. I was curious, what year did you say you started in?
I started in 2020.
2020. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Amazing what you've done in that short amount of time. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
And I was curious what the LY2NK Leadership Academy, what is that stand for, something in particular?
All right, LY2NK is Leaders Yielding to New Knowledge.
Leaders Yielding to New Knowledge. Wow,
Yes.
That's great.
Yes, we are building leaders, developing leaders in order to create a new knowledge to transform our community. Africa, even though we are poor, but things can be transformed and development is sure to come.
Wow. And where do you get some funding from?
The funding has been with just this. When I started, I have a lot of people like Tatiana Masiadis, who is in Canada, Bob Smith Longs, who is in the United States. They have come to Liberia and they saw what I'm doing, and they have been supporting in terms of funding with staff, and then with construction as well. Well, with the reading competition, we have Carla Elliott that's been also working with us side by side. But these are individuals, but we need more to expand.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, I'd love to talk to you at some point offline, maybe a little bit about what we do at the Young Entrepreneur Institute. And I can also connect you with some people that do some things that you might be interested in. There's one nice gentleman, and the program is called Waggy Labs, and it's social entrepreneurship, and it's, sort of for younger kids. And then we have some friends at 220 Leadership. So I have some resources I would love to pass on to you at some time. But have you ever done anything like a pitch challenge? It sounds like you do a reading competition. Have you ever thought about a pitch challenge?
I have not done that yet. I am still on the verge. In fact, today is my very first time to do presentation, and I'm just coming up. I'm so glad for Julie for giving me the platform, but this is my first experience, and I believe to get to that point.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Well, you did a great job for your first presentation. Very well done. I liked your slides. You did a great job. You were right to the point. I was thinking of questions, and as I thought of them, you were answering them as you were going along. So well done. So you. Do you obviously have plans to expand and just keep going and meeting the needs of as many kids as you can with the funds that you have?
Yes, we have actually been involved into even the entrepreneurship program by providing skill training programs. We have been doing tailoring, soap making, and beads production. And then we even had wanted some of the kids, young girls interested in photojournalism, to do photo shoot and camera, how to study camera and all of those things. But because of the limited resources and limited materials we have, we couldn't expand. But we are open for expansion, and we are ready to impact our community.
That's great. And is the community very welcoming of everything that you're doing?
The community is free from violence and crime. The community is very welcoming, even from the national level down to the community, together with the parents and the community leaders. The students are very much open for any opportunity.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. Well, we do have a little bit of time left. Idrissa, do you happen to have any pictures of your kids or anything else you want to show us? Or how can people find you and reach out to you?
Okay, I'm on Facebook in Idrissa Paul Bangura on Facebook. I am on LinkedIn. We also have a page. I don't know how to share that. Okay, let me just stop sharing. Okay, and you know, this okay, as you can see, these are most of my pictures here, what I'm doing here in Liberia, and I can be found on Facebook. Let me just send you my name.
Yeah, if you would be so kind to put it in the chat, then
Yeah.
we can share that out on YouTube.
All right, thank you very much.
If you put your LinkedIn and any other pertinent information.
Okay, thank you. That is my WhatsApp. Yeah.
And is there a website as well?
We have not created websites for what we're doing now, but we're working on it. Yes, we're working on that.
Great.
But we have a Facebook account, yeah.
But you have a Facebook page. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. And what would you say are your biggest challenges with this initiative?
One of my biggest challenges actually has been, what could I say? In Africa, the biggest challenge here is funding. Of course, funding is one of the things, but that is one of the challenges. Number two is the platform. Because I believe in SDG 17, which talks about partnership, and that is collaboration. If we have more partners on deck with various ideas and stages, we can make more impact. And it can also minimize or mitigate the amount of resources that we need. But one of the challenges that I face is that, like, right now, I'm in my school building right now as I'm seated in a 10 classroom building, and to expand everything about Africa, it takes money. That is one of the only biggest challenge that stops me. The next thing is the movement. You know, sometimes in moving, you know, from place to place, it causes, you know, to take your students to go to do a tour or to take them to places where they can learn, and all those things, it takes resources. So those are but when it comes to human resource, we have it. When it comes to availability of land or places of investment, we have it. When it comes to expansion, even in Sierra Leone and Liberia, we have those areas. Yeah.
Yeah, so some challenges. What's been your greatest joy thus far with your initiative?
My greatest joy has been me giving back to my society. My greatest joy has been, even though I could not, I'm a university student, yes, I would have been in the office, in a company working, yes. I would have traveled out of Africa, probably through DV, diversity visa, yes. But my greatest joy is giving back to my society. My greatest joy is giving back to these kids that are going through what I went through. I have been an orphan for more than 20 years, and I exactly know how it meant not to be respected, not to be regarded, not to be given the opportunity or given the stage. I have been in a place where they're giving scholarship to somebody here and they're leaving us here because we cannot pay the bribe, or our parents could not give us anything to move forward. So I lost many opportunities because of that. But what gives me joy is this that I'm doing now. As I'm seeing right now at my back, when I see these kids, I smile. When I see them, I feel happy. When I see them reading, when I see them coming to school, I am 100,000% grateful. Gratitude comes into me, and I'm giving back to my society.
If I can.
Yeah, go ahead, Jake.
No, I was just going to say, if I can make a suggestion, the smiling faces are wonderful. They're absolutely wonderful. But what you need are actual stories. Do you keep track of these students and keep track of their progress? Because people are going to want to know, this is great, they look happy, but has it changed their lives? And you need to keep, you've got that.
Yes, everything about the kids, it has been recorded. Every day, I visit them, I talk to them because they need personal contact. Most of the parents they're living with, some are not living with their biological parents, some are living with their aunt or grandmother, and who are not educated. So because of the experience I have, I make a personal relationship and personal contact with them. So not only coming to school, but also even with them in the community, I go around with them and then walk around to make them feel comfortable and eager to learn.
And then you should get some of the students to make videos of how this program has changed their life, a true story. And that is what you put up on Facebook. And that is what you send people, because that's what they want to know. They want, oh, yes, this is a person. I can see that. It made a difference.
Thank you very much. I will do that. That is a new idea. And I will, I will do that. I will try to get that done. Thank you so much.
And I will actually send you a video too. We've worked with a group I just mentioned called the Waggy Labs, and they worked with some kids in Ghana and worked on solving a problem. And one of it was washing hands. And so the kids made up a video and they sing it in their language and in English. So I'll send that to you because I think you'll enjoy it.
Thank you so much. I'll be grateful.
Thank you. How far are the kids from your school?
It's 15 minutes walk, 30 minutes walk, 1 hour, 45 minutes walk distance we have. In the community where we find ourselves, there are more than 1,000 of children that are living in the community, and 75% are still yet to go to school.
75% don't go to school right now?
Right now, because most of them, they lost their parents during the war, some of them during the COVID, during the Ebola virus, and some are still going through problems because they are coming from the villages and come down to the suburb of the capital city of Monrovia.
Oh my gosh. Well, you have been through a lot and you are amazing. I'm truly impressed. Jake or Julie, do you have any other questions that come to mind?
I am just without words at the amount you have done and how quickly you've done it, and that it all comes from your heart. It's just really cool.
Agreed.
I did want to ask you if you would put in chat your email address so Kelly can reach out to you directly.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And for anyone who's watching and doesn't see the chat, if you contact globalinnovationfieldtrip.org, we will put you in contact.
Well, I'll be putting his WhatsApp number in the actual description, and his partner who's talking to me on YouTube is sending the Facebook page to me to put in there too.
Oh, great, great.
So that way when people find the video, they'll at least have a way to link to you directly.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank you. Do you have several partners that you've already engaged with? It sounds like somebody in Canada.
No, yes, I only have Tatiana Mercedes and Bosch and Kala. Those are the 3 that I'm working with now.
Good. Well, I will connect with you, and thank you for putting your email in the chat, and see if I can give you some contacts sort of on that entrepreneurship end, and get you to think about that a little bit. And we'll spread the word. If I hear of anybody that might be interested in a partnership or helping you out in some way, I will certainly let you know.
That is amazing and it's welcoming. And I want to tell you that it is what the kids have been yearning for. It is what we have been looking for. We need more hands on deck in order to give them the best of what they want. The world is a global village, and we are lost of many opportunities. I observe most of the presenters today who are very young, very small, and they did marvelously well. But here in Africa, Liberia and Sierra Leone specifically is one of the poorest countries with full of corruption, we know, but the kids need a very good hand for a transformative future. So I believe this gift from you goes directly to them. I will tell them tomorrow.
Good. This video will appear later on our YouTube channel, and you want to make sure that all of the officials, the government officials and other people in your country know about this, that you have been presenting your activities to a global audience.
Thank you.
It's just not a small thing now. It is a large thing.
And it's not the only time you have to do this either. I mean, this is just your first visit to share. You come back any gift you want and give us an update or talk about your new initiatives.
No. July, you bring the students. Have some of the students come and talk. No offense.
I will.
No offense.
Yeah, that would be, I would love to see them.
You were good. You were good. But in July, we want some students to talk about some of the things that they've done, some of the things that they've learned, some of the hopes that they have for the future. Yes.
Okay.
You're on for July.
Okay, thank you so much.
And you are also a gift to all of those kids. So you should pat yourself on the back. Amazing things you're doing for them. And, you know, we wish you the best with everything because you're amazing.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.